Monday morning. I got some work to do, ton of work to do, but first thing on the list is some repair jobs today. So I got a private residence to go over, check out a guy's, I think it's a Centipede, it might be a Millipede. Go check that out. I got my tools, got some parts, I'm in my van, got my coffee. So we're gonna go check that one out. Then I got a couple more repairs to do after that. So let's start on this first one and see how it goes.
Joy, I'll say that.
All right, so we're here in Ryan's awesome garage here. And so is it on free play or you got to put a coin in here?
Oh, it's right. Yeah, you can just.
Okay. So you hit one more. Hit start. And then all the mushrooms are on that side, and then it kill screens and resets or something, and boom. That's so weird. All right. And the trackball is not moving up direction or down direction, assuming, but definitely not up, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's see what we can figure out. All right. So a lot of times when you have these weird issues with an Atari game, the problems are usually one of two of these pokey chips down there on that Atari. So there's two socketed chips right there, and those are responsible for a lot of like the random number generation, stuff like that. So when you get something that's not randomly distributed, like the mushrooms are all lined up to the left, that might be a good sign that one of those are bad. So look at the issue again. So all to the left, and then we get a restart too. I did fix the up and down here on the trackball, which is nice. So so we're looking good on the trackball, and now we have an issue with the board, and I'm assuming it's one of those two chips. All right, so just left that job. I don't have another chip on hand. I tried just popping them out, reseating them. That didn't fix the issue. So I have a couple of old Atari boards that are broken at the shop, so there might be the same chip that I can borrow off of those. If not, I'm going to have to order one. I don't think both would be bad. We'll probably order a couple just so I have them in stock. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get back to that guy. In the meantime, I'm heading down to Joey the Cat's spot. He's a local skee-ball guy, and also just a general redemption game operator, and he also has some arcade games and stuff. So I got to pick up some extra air hockey pucks from him, and then head up to Silver Cloud, which is a karaoke bar up on Lombard Street, and I have to fix their Mortal Kombat 1 and drop off those extra air hockey pucks. So next stop, Joey the Cat. So we're heading up to Silver Cloud. It's a karaoke bar. They also got a few games in there. There's Mortal Kombat 1, there's an NFL Blitz, there's an Austin Powers pinball, air hockey table. That's why I got the extra puck. Who knows what happened to the other one. And so we're going to fix this Mortal Kombat. I took the board out last time I was there, and I put a Tetris in there, so it's just been Tetris for a while. I like to call it temporarily Tetris. That's what I do when a jamming game goes down usually. But I took the Mortal Kombat board back to my shop with me. I actually took it to the arcade and plugged it into my plugged it into my NBA Jam, because those are both Y unit midway boards. It has a crazy sound issue where like the sounds were all wrong. Like it was mostly like Liu Kang noises and no announcer, and like it was really weird. But once I got it on the bench, I realized that just the ribbon cable from the main board to the soundboard was off a row. So it's like a 2x10 connector, and a whole row was off. So it was the wrong row. It was misplaced by one, shifted down one. So a whole row wasn't connected, and the row that was connected was the wrong connected to the wrong rail. Anyways, I fixed that, and then that board seems to be totally stable. So I'm just going to bring it back to Silver Cloud here. I want to make sure there's no other problems. It was resetting and rebooting before, and I want to make sure that's not a wiring problem. So I'm going to put it back in there, button everything up real good, and make sure that it's stable. And then we can move on from that one and on to, we're going to go to Fifth Arrow. After that, I have a couple games down there, and I got to get the quarters out of there, so that'll be fun. Okay, so stop 3 coming up.
So here's our Mortal Kombat that we're working on. You see, I got Tetris in it right now because that one's working. So I just wanted to have something in there while I had the Mortal Kombat board out for repair. So we're going to move this out. I'll show you a couple things about this Mortal Kombat cab, and we'll get that PCB back in there. And the issue with this board was when it was installed there before, this pin I was talking about it earlier was actually over, so there was a whole row of pins exposed on this side. So that should be all good to go now. I tested everything else, seemed super solid. Let it run for a while, so let's put it back in. I'll show you some cool things about this Mortal Kombat cap. There's, if you look on the right side here, you can see there's a little door here, so go inside, clip, goes right off, cool, and then this actually pulls right out. And that's where the PCB goes. You can see I put the Tetris one in there for now. I'll swap that back out with the Mortal Kombat. So we got the board reattached in here and everything's looking good. There was one other little thing. There's this little connector here. This runs to the potentiometer up there that controls the volume for the game. And so it looks like a new connector was spliced on here, and you can see it was just twisted and then electrical taped there. That green wire doesn't need to be connected to anything. So what I'm going to do ahead is remove that green wire, and I'm going to solder and shrink wrap those other two little ones just to clean that up. I don't like ever leaving any things like that. That was from someone else's previous repair. Alright, there. So there's our connector. That's cleaned up a lot better now. Should be good. Booting up here. Green, good. And reset. Alright. So, that's not good. Alright, so it's gonna be a power issue. Problem I was resetting was the negative 5 volts needs to be exactly right on, so I went down to the power supply down here, dialed in the adjustment until I got the negative 5 volts, exactly negative 5 volts, and everything seems to be fine now. Alright, also fixed this bulb was out, so I replaced that, and I don't know if you can tell there's also a serious coin mech jam right here. So I'm going to clear those coins out of there. Oh, that'll do it. Looks like someone put like a Chuck E. Cheese thing in there. So let's get, there we go. How many can we get? Alright. Speedball's going, Mortal Kombat's good to go. And last but not least, we were missing a puck for air hockey. So there's the extra puck. Done. So just had a nice burger there at Mal's for lunch. I'm waiting to see if I can get into Fifth Arrow, which is the next location I gotta check out to pull some coins. So I'm just gonna start driving in that direction. Maybe I'll get in, maybe not. If not, keep going to my shop, and I got some work to do there. Alright, there's Beeps. We're here at my shop, undisclosed location, San Francisco. Show you inside real quick. I'm gonna pick up a couple things here, do a couple quick little things, and then I gotta head to Free Gold Watch to weigh some quarters. There's my Donkey Kong Mini, it's chilling. Here's my shop, and you can see it's absolutely a mess. There's certain things I can't show you because I'm working on a secret project with Scotty from Strange Parts, so I can't show you this stuff. Let's see if I can blur that out, that'd be funny. But you can see I got a bunch of stuff up there, T-molding, monitors, parts, wires. There's a rack of CRTs, extra tubes. There's some 13-inch monitors. Those are the Apple monitors I use. Some PVMs down there. Boom, boom, boom. Some cool stuff over there. And there's the rest of the shop. Just realized that the Tetris board that I just took out of that Mortal Kombat has 2 Poke chips on it. So I figured I'm just going to take that, head back over to Ryan's, try to get that Millipede sorted. I know he's got folks coming in this weekend, and he wants to be able to have it working when they're there. So hopefully I can get that fixed, and then I'm going to head over to the arcade and call it a wrap. And so take the control panel down, and pull it out so we can get in the back to get to the board. Let's see. Alright,
Alright, so I went ahead and pulled that first pokey chip out of that socket right there. And see the bottom one's still in place, and I think that one actually looks more like it might be the culprit. It looks kind of corroded and stuff there. But anyways, I took that top one out. That's this guy right here. And I have this Tetris board that has two same chips, and you can see the right there, the C012294B-01. That's the model number, and those are compatible chips. Alright, so now I'm going to remove one of these chips from the Tetris board here, this chip puller. So be careful. It's really in there. Nice, so we got it out there without bending any of the pins, which is what we want to do. Oh, yeah, now we're good. Great. We're going to put this back into the millipede and see what happens. Alright, so I replaced that first pokey chip, so then we're going to turn it on and see what happens. Alright, the good news is it's still booted, so that's good. So let's put a coin in and see how it behaves. Ha 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 ha! Look at that! It's working. So there you go. We fixed it. That's great. We picked the right way to 50-50 shot there, and we got it on the first try. That's awesome.